So, you're a player and you just got your first TouchLynk game mark complete. We're excited for you and have some ideas of where to start when signing in to check out your first match. First time in, we recommend you use a computer. Your phone could work, but a computer is best for a first experience. We also have an app in the App Store, so go check that out later and search for TouchLynk. First stop is the game summary. First thing you do is you sign into your computer, go to the completed matches and find the game that you just played. In this instance, it's TouchLynk versus the Hurricanes. Go to the green game summary and click on that to reveal the us versus them game summary. Here you can see all the stats for your team. The passes, successful percentage, turnovers in the defensive third, shots on target, pass strings, all that information. Check that out and you can scroll down to see the player specific information, your goalkeeper and you as a field player. Here's some stats from your game. The last part is the flow of the game. Some interesting stuff to track as the score progresses throughout the game. Next, go check your stats and highlights from the team dashboard. Here you can dive into your successful passes, pass strings, breaking thirds, and many more data insights. You get to that from the Manage Game screen, this time from the Insights button in the top right. Clicking on the Insights button, you have three options: goal, team, and trend. We're checking out the team analysis. This opens up another window with your team analysis. We want to check out the latest game, so click on the schedule and we find that game versus the Hurricanes. That game loads up and here's all the information and stats for everybody on the team and the team as a whole. But you're looking for yourself as a player. Let's say you're Clara Ortega. Click on Clara Ortega and you see all your specific information. Your passes in succession, your breaking thirds, your successful passes and unsuccessful passes, where on the field you touched it and when, all information to check out. One thing we recommend is checking out maybe your unsuccessful passes or your successful passes by clicking on either of those buttons. So let's check out the unsuccessful times. You can see that Clara was unsuccessful 17 times in that game. To view those highlights, click the View Highlights button in the lower left. This opens up another window. I like to mute it and turn off the autoplay so I can choose to advance it on my own. Here we have the 17 unsuccessful touch clips throughout the whole game for Clara. Let's check out the first one at 18:25. Look in the lower left for the time 18:25, and you'll see exactly when Clara touches the ball and kicks it into the defender. Unsuccessful, but a good defensive play, I'd say. Let's check out the next one at 28:11. So 28:11, look for that in the lower left-hand corner. You can fast forward or move back with the arrow keys on the keyboard. So we'll move forward to 28:05 and look for that time. There's Clara, the center back, clears the ball, unsuccessfully touched by the defender. So we can see those. You can continue to watch all these clips at your leisure. Two things to point out are that you can copy all these 17 clips in one link with this copy to clipboard button. You can send that by email or text to coaches or friends or family or whatever you'd like. You can also download this video to your computer and all 17 clips will be put together in one for you to do with what you like. So that's looking at those clips as a whole. If you want to save a single clip, click on the Click Here button to see just a single clip at a time. That opens up a single clip in a new window. And here you can now copy a single clip to a clipboard or download a single clip. So important to remember that each one of these clips that you build out in groups, you can see by clicking Click Here for a single clip, where you can now see the details and share and download those clips individually. One other thing to point out is that you can connect multiple variables together by holding down the Command key on a Mac or the Windows key on a window keyboard. So back to Clara. Let's say you wanted to check out what happened in your defensive third, holding down the Command key in the fourth quarter. You can see that in the fourth quarter, in your defensive third, 91% of your touches were successful and only one touch, 8% of those touches were unsuccessful. Now you can look at those again by holding down that Command key and see your one touch in the highlight, or you can look at all those successful touches by clicking View Highlight, opening up the window, and again, looking at all those clips together to see what you did well in the fourth quarter by having successful touches in your defensive third. The third thing you might want to do is check out all those goals scored along with the shots and set pieces. You find those on the goal dashboard. So back to the main menu, to the Manage Game. Click on that Insights button again, and you're going to find your goal analysis. This opens up the goal dashboard. Here you're going to see all the goals scored in all the games, as well as the shots, the saves, the corners, the free kicks. We want to check out that game of the Hurricanes in May. Clicking on that, you're going to see all the goals scored. 3 goals, 6 saves, 3 shots off target, 8 no shots. You can see here that there's 9 free kicks and 1 corner in that game. Let's check out those goals. Clicking on the goals button, you see that the 3 places on the field where the shots were taken from, the goals were scored from, and where they occurred in the net. Again, clicking on the View Highlight button opens up a new window, and here once again you see those 3 highlights of those 3 goals. So let's sit and watch this one. It happened at 24-21. So right about now, the goal is scored. So if you wanted to save this of yourself or your teammate, again, you can copy this into a clipboard and paste that into a text message or an email, or download the clip directly to your computer. By doing that, it opens up a new tab, and by clicking on these 3 dots in the lower right hand corner, you can open that up and click the download button and download it to computer. You can then put it in whatever editing software you like and find its way to wherever you like, be it a family, friend, social media, or your coach. Is down at the bottom, you can click to the opponents. From here, you can see what your opponents did in that game. So as a keeper, you could click on the Save button, View Highlights, and here you can now see all the saves that you made as a keeper in that game, flowing one by one. Just a tip to remember that there is an opponent section in each of the pages down at the bottom that you can click to. Those are 3 places you, as an athlete and player, may want to start after you sign into TouchLynk. There's much more to discover and use. Remember that Command key on a Mac or the Windows key on a PC to build your insights. Access our user guide, click around yourself, or contact support@touchlynk.com if there are questions we can help with.